Dave, with River Ryan, just how did you see him handle Major League debut, just navigating the Giants lineup? What was so impressive about his outing this evening?
I think it was good to kind of have some expectations on how he's going to compose himself and then it to play out as such. I thought the stuff was good. I think there's more in there. All his entire pitch mix, there was good stuff, there was some stuff that was just okay. I thought he was very efficient. He was attacking. I love that. Even when we had the ball that got by Will to score the first run, the only run, he composed himself really well, got a fly ball to end the inning. So for me, I was really impressed. I learned once we took him out of the game that that was the first time he went into the sixth inning in his professional career. So that was something of note. But it was a no-brainer, just kind of where we're at as far as the days, consecutive games in a row, where the pen's at, where his pitch count was up at tonight to send him back out there for the sixth. And there was a short leash certainly in that sixth inning, but overall, great outing.
When you think about just kind of what this outing today kind of means for him moving forward, how does, I don't know if you guys have already made those decisions or not, but just kind of what does it look like for him as to what this opportunity could open doors to or could lead to?
Yeah, I think that, getting through this one, I feel good about him making his next start, and we'll go from there. So I think that it was a good one, and him getting into the sixth inning allowed for us to save some guys, and I still feel that we've got good coverage for tomorrow in a plus or minus game.
So his next start will be up here?
That's the thought right now. Yeah, he's not going anywhere tonight, so it's day to day. But I think for him, the message is just to plan for making a start with us.
The first inning, when he walks the first guy, gives up the single, and Miguel bobbles it a little bit. Is that kind of a spot where it can go either way for a rookie?
Yeah, absolutely. He walks Soler, and then obviously make a nice play and recover in left field, and there's still a guy on second base with one out, and he still kept his composure through strikes and limited the damage, and so or threw up a zero. So yeah, and even after that, even watching after that inning, there wasn't a whole lot of emotion, composure, poise, and just kept going. And those are little things that I try to watch. And I did see after the fifth inning, I felt he was a little kind of gassed a little bit, but he needed to go back out there for the sixth.
How impressive is Teoscar pushing those 2 RBI opportunities?
He's been fantastic, and I just, we've said it all year. He just hunts and smells those ribbies, and when you get a guy on second base, he's trying to drive that run in, and he values the runs batted in, and that ball was dotted down and away, and it's 98, 99 miles an hour, and not try to do too much with it and try to get a base hit, and that's how you win baseball games. So that's a tough guy on right-hand hitters, and that's why he's an all-star. I don't know how many runs he's driven in, but he's driven in some big runs for us.
The fact that he's able to get to that pitch, able to get to the pitch inside from Snell to the homer, what's that sort of thing where it's swinging that right?
His swing's in a really good space. To be able to cover the fastball, which early on in the season he wasn't covering the fastball. He was hitting more spin, and but tonight, he covered a ball coming into him, curveball, and elevated to the pull side, and then he hits 98, up the box. So he's covering a lot of pitches right now, which is obviously makes him pretty deadly.
I guess you can kind of lump Gavin Stone in because he's still a rookie, but like the impact that the rookies have made for this team, how would you describe it this year?
It's been huge. It's one of those things where, they've been able to kind of allow us to sustain winning while at the same time cutting their teeth and gaining experience. So that's kind of the best of both worlds, where a lot of times you just don't have that. And now you look at the young players that we have that have come through the system, and also, but River obviously by way of trade, but still started out in A-ball. And so the other guys that have come up and pitched meaningful innings for us, those things are just invaluable, because I don't think all big league innings are created equal. And so when you're pitching in Dodger Stadium and against a division rival, or on the road against a big ball club, a big you know, beefy ball club. Those are things that guys can take from and build on.
Dave, excuse me, Ryan's outing was your longest from any pitcher in like 12 games. Like, how hard has that been to just navigate, given how much you've had to rely on the pen, like the last few weeks?
It's, yeah, I mean, it's a surprising stat. You know, each night, you know, you look at the starter and you hope he goes deep, but, you know, at the end of the day, you're trying to win the baseball game and pick up the pieces and move on to the next game. And so we needed that length today out of him, and, you know, Landon, I think I've been, you know, pretty, you know, careful with as far as not extending him. But tomorrow, you know, if he goes out there and earns that opportunity to continue to, you know, face 23, 24 hitters, that'd be great. But again, the main goal is to, you know, put the guys you feel best to win that game.